Translation das mensagens do Zoom para o Google, para o YouTube é maravilhoso. Ele só traduz metade. Hello, YouTube. Good morning. Marcos here. And today I'm here with Mateus, Ricardo, and Yasmin for a more English immersion at Talk and Talk. Our conversation today will be about culture. The title is Culture Shock, Things That Surprised Me Abroad. As you know, I need to start introducing Talk and Talk. Talk and Talk is not a school. Talk and Talk is a platform, is a community. We focus on speaking foreign languages, English, Spanish, Italian, French, German, and Mandarin. We have a methodology here, and we truly believe that anyone following this methodology can go from scratch to completely fluency in less than 12 months. I'm not a teacher, I'm a student, as well as all my colleagues here. And just leading immersion is part of our learning process here. Regarding myself, I'm from São Paulo. I am 48 years old. I'm married, father of two girls. They are teenagers and twins. I work in the technology field for more than 20 years. Actually, I'm a project manager working remotely from Brazil to a company in the US, and I am part of a globally distributed team. And Talk and Talk has helped me to get the confidence to speak English in daily basis and being part of this environment. Yasmin, please introduce yourself.
Sure. Hello, guys. I'm Yasmin. I'm 20. I live at São Paulo. Nowadays, I work as an internal software development. I've been in the platform since September 2023, so almost 2 years being here. And here I practice my English, my Spanish too. I'm host of these both languages, and I think that's it about me.
Thank you, Yasmin. Mateus?
Hello guys, I'm Matheus, I'm 30 years old. I'm living in Feira de Santana, Bahia. This is my third week in platform Talking. I'm here for improve my English, study more, and search, maybe search a opportunity in other country. I work in commercial planning. I work in remote for a company for São Paulo. In my free time, I like to run. I like to ride a bike, watch movies. I think this is it.
Great, thank you, Mateus. Ricardo?
Hello, people. Nice day. I'm Ricardo. I live at São Vicente, first city of Brazil. And I work in a telecommunications field, 30 years. And nowadays I try to learn coding. I study Python and the English, essentially. That's it, guys.
Great, guys, thank you. So let's start. Our first question is, what's the biggest culture shock you have ever experienced? Yasmin, can you go first?
Yeah, about me, I never travel abroad, but I already traveled to another state. My family, for part of my mom, live in Minas Gerais. So when I was children, I went to there once a year, and they live in a really small city. So this was shocked me in the culture related because everyone know each other because it's really small, and there is some animals because of the farms too. And so I remember once in my childhood, once friend of my grandfather just come with a horse inside the home, and I killed the horse. I ride the horse was really amazing, and something that in the big city is really rare to see these animals, to know everyone, and yeah, and was like an event when I was there because my mother grew up in this city with her dad, her parents. So when I went there with my mother, the gossip just go away really fast. Like, oh, the my mother's name is Chris, so Chris is coming. So in the first day we get there, in the first 2 days, everyone that is next to us come to visit. So yeah, was really shocked to me.
What is the city from your
Iscandeias. I don't know if
Candeias?
you know that.
No.
Yeah,
Which
it's
part
really
of
small.
the Minas
If
Gerais?
I'm not wrong, is is next to Belo Horizonte. Let
Belo
me see
Horizonte.
here. If it's next to another city. But yeah, is really small, and yeah, it's hard to find even in Google here. Yeah. If I find, I will send to you, but it's
No, thank
really
you.
small. It is next to Campo Belo, I found
Campo
here.
Down.
Yeah.
I was curious because the family from my wife is from São João del Rei.
Oh, I didn't know that name.
That it's in Minas Gerais too. It's the city where the former president of Brazil was born. Uh, oh gosh, sometimes I completely forget about names and words. Uh, in a few moments, I will remember. It's far. It's close to Tiradentes, that is famous. And when you were talking about your culture shock, when I met her family and the city for the first time, I felt almost the same shock that you felt because they live. I was born in São Paulo and raised here. I lived here almost all my life, and we live in a fast speed mode. We are stressed. We are anxious about everything, and in the countrysides they are calm. You go to if someone invites you to their place, they will cook everything, even the pão de queijo. The first time when I met her family, her grandmother was alive yet. She was almost 85 years old at that moment, and she cooked all day long for more than 30 people. She cooked the pão de queijo, she cooked all the breads, the cakes, everything. And, and when I think about my habits in São Paulo, the habits of my family, we will not do this. We will probably order some foods and cut the time because we feel that we don't have this time. So they live the life, and that experience, that shock that I felt was I was running to try to live something, and they are just living. and they probably are feel less pressure. They live more the lives. A simple life, but a happy life. Last
Yeah, I feel
year,
the. Oh, go
please.
ahead. I feel the same feeling of you because I born and grew up here in São Paulo too. So uh, I am always trying to be fast in everything, and they are just, I don't know, sitting on the sidewalk, talking really calm, and
Yeah.
it's really shocking to me.
Last year we traveled to there once more. Her grandmother now is has passed away, so we went to one of her aunts, one of we love so much, and she has a fogão de lenha in her kitchen, and she uses that not every day, but she uses that a lot. So it's when I think about myself, we use microwave and a lot. We use every technology that comes, we bring it to our lives because it speeds up our lives, and so it's a shock. It's so I felt myself very connected with your story, Yasmin, because of this. Ricardo, and you, what is the biggest culture shock you have ever experienced?
Mm, my personal experience, I believe that I I never uh, feel or notice this thing in my life. I could mention difference look at the magazines, TV, or other stuffs, but essentially, I don't remember if you have this kind of culture. I remember a friend of mine that's Japanese, and yeah, he was born in Brazil, but father and grandfather was born in at Japan, and I remember yeah, his grandfather making noise when he was eating, and for him, it's a polite gesture, different from Brazil, but I could consider not exactly a shock, but so different from Brazil. No? And I don't know, I it's not exactly a shock, but different. You know? When I went to the Chile, I passed a month, and uh, our orange juice for Chileans is different. Is lemon juice, and I don't know how do you say. It's a kind of fruit I don't remember, and yeah, that's different now because every store now, every uh, fast food store or this kind of thing, there are always lemon juice, and it's how do you say? Eles não coam, né? So there are, and I it's a little tired regarding. Oh, I would like to. I didn't want to drink soda. I prefer the drink a juice, but it's always lemon and not there is a pulp. And suddenly I observe red juice. Oh, that's wonderful. Red juice could be, I don't know, strawberry or other things. But when I drink, it's lemon, but if a kind of, I don't know, groselha or another thing that just change the color. That's it, guys.
Great, great. Angel Mateus.
I think the biggest cultural shock I have experienced was during my exchange program in Portugal. I noticed the people were much more reserved and formal, more decent compared to Brazilians. Brazilians uh, is more open, is more, I think it's warm, the word, um, much more that, and this is a little shocked for me. And I that surprised me was how much people smoked there. So it's a lot of people, a lot of times, young people too. You walk in the street and see a many of bituca de cigarro in the in and I have a class in the professional always let's go a little break for smoke it and a little cough. Let's now we have a break for smoke and a little cough, and you go out to a places and the people smoke dentro dos lugares, and not in like Brazil, this have a different area, a different space for smoke it. And sometimes I go out to, for example, one day I went to a bakery to watch a soccer game, and when um, I go home, I just smell like I was smoking. So it's very different for me.
Amazing. Yes, they smoke a lot. First time I traveled to Portugal, I traveled there twice. And the first one, my daughters were 7 or 8 years old. And it was very funny because once we were there, the first day or the second day, talking with Portuguese, my daughters asked me, "Hey, Daddy, what language do they speak here?" Come on, daughter, they speak Portuguese as us. No, they don't speak the same Portuguese as us because I can't understand nothing what they say. Amazing. It's 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 something that we laugh a lot until today. Okay, guys, let's move on. Um, Question number 2. Ricardo, have you ever accidentally broken some rule or tradition?
Wow, I'm sorry, but again, I I don't remember or I never broke a kind of rule that my family from my mother's side is Portuguese, and there are some different stuffs, but not things so unusual if you compare Brazil. Uh, there is a words different, Uh, for example, frascos, is a different meaning in Portugal, prego, but I don't remember. I'm sorry, guys. Any kind of situation.
No problem. It's weird. Uh, Angel Mateus.
Probably I broke a lot, a lot of traditions, but no one told me some. But a little local rule probably I broke was Polonia. I don't know if it's really true, but someone told me you cannot pass outside to faixa de pedestres. And I'm Brazilian, and I'm always pass to the outside to, I don't know how to say faixa de pedestre in English.
Sidewalk?
So,
No,
sidewalk. I think, yes, sidewalk.
I don't know. If you sidewalk, I believe sidewalk is calçada, né?
Oh,
I'm not sure.
so I'm I was in there, and I a lot of time is passed to the wrong choice. So
Faixa de pedestre, crosswalk,
Yeah.
according
thank
to
you.
Deeple. Yeah, crosswalk. I remember once in college, one friend traveled to Germany uh, to work. In fact, he lived there for 6 months or 1 year. And when he come back, he told us that it was the middle of the night. He was coming back to her home alone, he and his wife, no one in the streets, and they crossed the streets outside the crosswalk. There was a car coming, but the car was far from them. They it was safe to do that, but and they crossed the streets, but when the car was close to them, the driver opened the window and said then some kind words, remembering them about the good habits on them. They really used to follow this kind of rules. And you, Yasmin.
Yeah, I can't remember right now because, like I said, I just the another place that I already traveled was to Minas Gerais. So yeah, I think maybe one tradition that I don't follow in that time was one thing they are usual to do that is always greeting everybody in the street. So I don't do it because yeah, I see a lot of people in the street. Imagine if I greet everybody, but they know everybody, so they greet everyone they saw in the street and. I didn't did that when I went to there. So I think maybe it was that, but I think I never broken a local rule, something like that.
Okay, guys, for me, some of rules or local rules that I broken recently was at work. It is my first experience working in for US companies, US based companies. And as a Brazilian, I used to be expensive to introduce myself, to start meetings that chit chat talking in the first 5 minutes of the meeting when we are waiting for the lazy ones or the people who didn't come yet. And I realized that they are very strict. They don't want this chit chat. They don't want this, uh, as we used to say in Portuguese, desconversinha. If you are waiting for people, okay, let's wait, but in silence or talking about the subjects of the meeting. Don't ask me about my weekend. Don't ask about the weather. Not don't let's not engage in this kind of conversation. So this happened sometimes, and it were some local rules and traditions that I broke at the beginning of my journey with them, and actually I don't broke anymore. Okay, Mateus, question number 3. What's something unusual that you saw in another country that you now love?
I'm thinking about this now because I love many things, but not unusual things like the food and the transportation there. So this is a lot of things I love, but I think it's not very usual here in my city or maybe in Brazil. It's that how each bread all the time in all the refeições. So if you dinner has a bread in the beginning, if you are lunchtime has a bread. So uh, all the time you just beginning in the eat a bread.
E de Ricardo?
Uh, I could mention not exactly so different, but uh, Portuguese is used to be more a literal person. Né? For example, if you on Brazil, we used to say, for example, do you have Coke? Né? And the Portuguese answer, yes, we have, and just it. Né? If you wanted to a Coke, for example, a soda, you you have to request, please. I want, not you'd like. You would like or you want. So I remember a case that Brazilian star, soap opera. I remember the name. She died a couple of years ago, and the uh, his her son is a little sick, and the she lives near from a pharmacy, a drugstore, and he went to the pharmacy and request for the guy. My son uh, was a little sick, and the I would like to know that if you uh, to, tomorrow you'll be a holiday. So in this case, I would like to know if you uh, open no, or let me see if you yeah if you close tomorrow, and the guys no, and the one another day comes, this Maramazan, the name of the actress, né? And she told, wow, Portuguese idiot. I have to go to the hospital because the pharmacy is closed, né? Was closed. Okay, and after some while, the Maramazan pass another time in front of the drugstore, and the complaint for the guy. I I request for you if you close the pharmacy, and suddenly I arrive and the drugstore was closed, and the pharmacist answered, lady, we don't open. How you could close? So that's a way to Portuguese use just that's weird, but that's a kind of weird for us because we explain more and the Portuguese is more literally. So that's it.
we are more used to read between lines.
Yeah, but I'm not sure, né, because my mother uh, comes to Brazil when she was 18 or 70 years old, and my mother is different, né? My grandmother became just the preserved just the accent, né? I remember uh, she I sometimes she told, eu lhe daria o dinheiro, tu és quem vai comprá-lo, né? But regarding the culture things, I don't remember. I didn't notice.
Great. And you, Yasmin?
Yeah, I never saw personally, but once I was seeing videos on YouTube and I discovered that Istanbul has a lot of cats in the
Yeah,
street. In every place that you can imagine, like in the supermarket, between the products, in the street, in the uh, train stations, every place they have cats in the street, and they love cats. Has a lot of them, and people always pet them and always give food. So a lot of places in the street have food to they eat, and was very nice because, for example, here in Brazil, we can saw some dogs in the street, but it's just a few comparing to there. There are a lot of cats, some dogs too, but mainly cats, and they are in every place, and they aren't afraid of people like for example Brazilian cats that we saw in the street. They get afraid and just go to hide themselves, but there they accept to be pet. They go between people and sleep in every place too. So yeah, it's very it's very pretty, very nice, and in the past shocked me, but I think this is very nice. I love to see photos and videos for there.
Great. Ricardo, question number 4. How do you prepare yourself before visiting a new culture or new place?
uh, uh, yeah, today is much more easier, né? Because you have a lot of content on internet and these things. Uh, I, I, my own experience when I go to the Chile, né, is I don't know. It's different because I receive a phone call Wednesday, and the I had to answer Wednesday, and the same after 2 or 3 hours, and the I travel to the Chile Tuesday. Né? So 5 weeks, 5 days, né? And I have to search for my documents and the other stuffs, and I don't have enough time to make the research or something. But is uh, particular Santiago is similar if Brazil. It's not so unusual or shocked because of the so different thing. Unfortunately, there is a big difference regarding the violence because Brazil is much more violent. Uh, and yeah, first of all, when I arrive at this another country, I feel uncomfortable because of I didn't really know if this place is safe or not. uh, but uh, the first experience on that time, I feel the difference. For example, there is a building, a so big builder on Brazil, like on Brazil, for example, there are a lot of offices in the same building, huh? and the normally is a big building, and the normally is necessary to provide ID. The guys take a picture. You a lot of lot of protocols to get in a kind of building. And on that build, I just, yeah, I'm a Brazilian, so in this case, I try to request information and the other stuffs. And oh, I would like to go to the uh, Logicali's offices. And okay, okay, I know this guy, Marco. Oh, please, just to go read in the eighth floor. And so the guy don't request my name and any kind of information. I just go directly. And
Okay.
when I go to this building, I the all of the doors were opened, and they don't have any person, any kind of thief or person could you got in the building and don't have any kind of problem. So unfortunately, it's different. Huh?
Yasmin?
Yeah, about me, first I usually saw about the place. So in YouTube there are a lot of videos of people visiting there, and also there are some videos that talk about the culture for there. And in Google, we can also search about the culture, what's considered bad for them. Because, for example, there are some places that some signs with, I don't know, the hand could mean a bad thing. So, yeah, nowadays it's very easy to find out these things in the internet. So, yeah, first I saw a search about the place, about the where I can go, and I also saw news, recent news about the place too. That is necessary. For example, once I go to Ubatuba, that is from north of São Paulo, and that was occurring a lot of raining on there, and the street to get on there get uh, really bad when rain a lot, and I was every time sewing the news, and I think I do that.
Great. Yeah, for me, it's the same. Some search on the internet, talk to someone who had previous experience with that culture, with that place, because with so much information available, we can't live just for luck to get to know things, to do they right or wrong. So some previous search, some previous uh, working on this, on this preparing for the trip is helpful. Angel Mateus, do you agree? What do you do?
Yes, I agree uh, about that. Uh, but I was thinking about that because I I don't really prepare usually, so I just go and of course I prepare the route, the places I want to be know, the food I want to eat. Some part of that is prepare for a country, but other points like how the people greeting or how the people um, think about a topic, locals runs. I don't prepare about that. I just uh, I just make a plan for what I want food, how is the security of the local, what I can do there. So I prepare about some topics, set of uh, uh, set of point cultural topics, but others I don't search and I just go there and see. Uh, uh, see how is there.
Just learn by try and fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, regarding plans, I usually do almost all the same as you. I do some search, have some ideas, a skeleton of the plan of a plan, but I used to leave some space to discoveries, to do things, to embrace something new. But regarding culture and safety, as Ricardo said, I'm more serious about the previous research and planning. Guys, I will jump for question number 10. If we should give some advice to someone who was visiting our country for the first time, what would be this advice? So let's start with you, Yasmin.
For me, I always search about the culture before because, for example, I don't know what country is it, but if you show the part of, let me search here, how is that? Because I
Question.
forgot. The bottom part of your feet for in this country is like you are saying bad words to the population. So there is some cultures that is very specific, and I think the first thing is always search about the culture because you can get serious problems if you don't know about things that can sound rude in that place. So after that, also search about places to visit, places to sleep too, that is safe. And I think that's it. There are a lot of things that you can find out in the internet, like I said before. It's very easy to find out nowadays, I think.
Great. And you, Ricardo, what advice would you give to someone visiting Brazil for the first time?
Brazil. I don't know. Uh, Pay attention, all the wallets, pockets, other stuff. Uh, I, I, we were talking regarding another countries, but I think regarding Brazil, even Brazil, né? For example, I live at São Vicente in São Paulo state, and but a lot of people from my team live at Rio de Janeiro, né? What's mean? The guys are cariocas, né? And it's different a lot, né? They talk bad names all the time, né? I talk too, sometimes, né? But I believe that every single point is replaced for a bad name. That's different, and it is aggressive way to talk. Is different if you compare with people from, for example, São Paulo. But yeah, essentially enjoy because Brazil is a wonderful country and the nice people, but unfortunately, it's necessary to pay attention regarding the violence. That's it, guys.
Great. And you, Matheus?
For me, because Brazil is too large, too it needs to be asking what of city or state you wanna go because it's very different. Brazil is very different. So unfortunately, um, almost our country is very dangerous. So pay attention about the situation we have now. A lot of take care because the danger is almost all Brazil. So um, Uh, uh, some of states it's more, but almost Brazil is that now. And Brazilian people is like it's very nice people. So we are very open people. We are people who likes to help others and talk and um, came to hear and open your mind and uh, live in Brazil. It's a very beautiful place with a lot of beautiful um, views and places. So I think it's that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Probably my advice would be try to know different tastes of Brazil because in a hugely large country like Brazil, you have many different cultures. South is different from north. Southeast is different from northeast, and all of them are amazing. So try to get some taste of each one, so you can say, "Oh, I barely know something about Brazil." And second tip would be try different kinds of foods, but go easy because traditional food in Brazil can be how can I say can be stranger for different cultures because we cook use when you go to Bahia, we cook moqueca using palm oil. There are no palm oil in another countries. It's not common. So, and it's amazing, but go easy and see how your stomach will deal with that because it can be a nightmare if you don't go if you don't feel yourself comfortable with that. So that's it. Try different tastes of Brazil. Try the food, but go slow down, taste, see how do you feel, and move on. Guys, that's it for today. 9:59. We need to close the immersion. Thank you so much. I have shared the survey link in the chat. If you can take some time to give me some feedback, I would thank you for that. I wish you a wonderful day, wonderful week. Hope to see you in the next immersions too. That's
Yeah,
it,
guys.
guys.
Have a
Bye.
wonderful day in the
Have
week.